It's my distinct honor to welcome you to the Committee for Montgomery's annual legislative breakfast. We're often described as a shared conscience of this county. We're not just a business group, we're not just a labor group, we're not solely a civic or education group, we're all of those things combined. I want to take a minute to especially congratulate the new leadership of the Montgomery County Council, President Natali Fani-González and Vice President Marilyn Balcone.
President, you're the president.
I'm the president now.
You gotta speak.
Wish me luck. Good luck to me. I recently introduced the Trust Act, and I just wanted to highlight that here today. When we say that we want to welcome immigrant communities, we need to mean it. And this is why this is one of my first pieces of legislation as council president to ensure that we give protections and we make that the law in Montgomery County. Everybody should feel safe in this county. And at the end of the day, this is also about public safety. You want to make sure that you live in a neighborhood where people can feel free and comfortable calling the police if they see a crime. That is so important, and we need to, and this is why I presented it, and every single one of my colleagues has joined as co-lead, and I'm very thankful to the county executive and chief, the chief of police, Yamada, for also being there with us. The other thing I would like to say is I am deeply thankful to Senator Will Smith, but this year he's going to be sponsoring the end of the 287G agreement in Annapolis, and that's highly significant in times like as today. No local enforcement should be working with ICE. We don't do it in Montgomery County, but it shouldn't be anywhere in the state. So thank you, Senator Smith, for that. The other very quick thing, one of the most disgraceful police stations because of the structure in the county, it's in my district, it's in Glamont, it's the oldest one. And if we say that we want to embrace public safety, we need to make sure that our police officers work in places that are healthy and they are good for them. So we're moving forward the redevelopment of that police station, and I'm gonna need your help because it's gonna cost us $100 million. We need to make that happen, and we need our Maryland Assembly delegation to also help us on that front. And the other point that I would like to make on MCPS, I'm very proud of our school system. I have 2 children in middle school in the school system. Yes, we're gonna be working closely on the budget, but I also expect more from them. And I'm gonna speak here, you know, with heart and as a mom. I think we also deserve accountability for each one of the schools. It is not okay that some schools are doing great and others are not, when you have technically the same profile of students. So I expect accountability and transparency. When I get the request about money, well, I'm also requesting you to do your job and make sure that each child and each teacher in the school system feels safe and they can, that in order for us to have academic excellence. That's what we all want. So I had to say that. And I would end by talking about cost of living. If you're gonna talk about cost of living, you must talk about housing and the need that we need to increase housing density in this county. Right now, young families are leaving this county. Why? They cannot afford to live here. They cannot afford a house. They cannot afford childcare. That's the reality. And you cannot just deny and say no. You must come forward and offer solutions. That's what we were hired by the electorate, by the people who live in this county. Confronting crises, that's our job. So I look forward to working with my colleagues on childcare, more housing, especially deeply affordable housing, and making sure this county continues to be an amazing place that I'm proud to call home. Thank you so much and have an amazing day.